Violence. Let's get into it. What's happening, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Before I forgot on my last video. I always forget. If you can't subscribe, trying to get my subscribers up, my watch hours up, but thank you, everybody. All right, violence. So, I don't know, I just had this on my mind. I was watching all these videos and I'm seeing all these kids and they're running fades, oh, I'm gonna go run a fade with so-and-so. I'm gonna go, I just ran a fade with so-and-so. And it just got me to thinking, the violent, when you're young, you think violence is cool, but you don't realize, that every act of violence, you it's a chain reaction, it affects not just the person you committed violence to. It affects their families. It affects you if you get busted, if whatever. It affects a lot of different. You don't think about it like that, but there's a lot that goes into it when you commit an act of violence. You murder somebody. You just hurt them. You beat them down. Just even a fight. Just even running a simple fade, it causes a lot. It causes a lot, The chain reaction is crazy, But people don't think about it like that, And when we're kids, we think violence is cool. Oh, violence is cool, It's not until you get older that you start to realize, man, really, really, me, honestly, right now, I don't want to have to fight nobody. I don't want to have to do any kind of violence at all, unless it's for self-defense or defend my family or something, then I'm all in, it's all good. But just because somebody said something to me at the store, or just because somebody, whatever, stepped on my shoe or whatever, as long as they don't touch you, it's not physical, they haven't touched you, they haven't, once you're under threat, once you're under attack, then you have to defend yourself, it is what it is, but just running a fade just because you don't like somebody, or just because the thing is, when you're young, you're just trying to impress everybody. That's how I remember. That's what I remember. I remember, getting in 1 fight, 2 fight, 3, and then everybody's impressed, and everybody's talking about you, and then it just escalates from there. You're just addicted to that attention that everybody, you're known for this fighter, you're known for this, you're known for violence. That's how it is when you're young. Because you're young, everything's about violence. Everything's about, I want to run a fade. And, once you get older, you realize, man, I'm old. I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to, I feel bad for the people that I did hurt and that I did do things to, it's a chain reaction. People, they don't understand, especially when you commit a real act of violence, and you actually, and you put somebody down, it's that affects a lot of people, It affects a lot of people, And when the violence goes that far, it's I don't know. I don't have to. I don't want to. I don't know how to explain it because, I don't know. You just can't tell on yourself. I'm not trying to. But don't. I don't want young. Don't scar your soul with violence, don't, anybody out there that has committed acts of violence, that has shot somebody, stabbed somebody, committed a murder, whatever, any act of violence out there that somebody's committed, that people have committed, trust me, they think about it, they see things on TV that spark back memories. And if they're a real human being with the heart, they feel it. They understand, they understand I did something wrong, I did something wrong. People are probably still, even if you did something 20 years ago, people are probably still affected by that one act of violence, we got to start running fades and shit is really that's what you come on, you guys, I understand there's certain things that have happened between certain people, and they just they have to get it on, you know. They got to rock and roll it just to get it out of their system, you know. But just people in general just trying to be cool, trying to impress their stupid little friends, you know, that are probably lames anyways. You know, that's the whole problem with when you're young. You're trying to impress your friends. You're trying to impress people, and you'll do things. You'll do things that you probably wouldn't normally do if you were by yourself, but you'll do it around your friends just to impress them, just to not feel like a punk, not to, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I understand because I was young. I was a kid. I did all that. I did all that they're doing now. I did all that. I went beyond and above and beyond all that. But I regret it. You know, I wish I would have came to my senses sooner in life, you know? And I just hope, yeah, it's hard to do this, you know? It's hard to do what I do, trying to make these videos and because I remember when I was a kid and I would go to these things and people, old gang members would be talking, and I would just, me and the rest of us, we would just be like, wow, this fool's washed up. He ruined his career somehow. He's washed up, you know, like, not even giving him the benefit of the doubt on why he changed his life. You know what I mean? And the reason is because he realized it was nonsense. You know, everybody, you know, we all realize that it's nonsense once we get older, you know, but unfortunately, some of us commit acts of violence and we do vicious things to our enemies or the gang members, you know, and we can't take those things back. You know what I mean? We can't bring people back. We can't get people, you know, off of drugs. We can't, you know, it's a touchy thing, you know, like, let me give you an example. I know a dude that was, you know, when I was younger, you know, he was like he wasn't a tough guy, you know, but he wasn't a sucker either, you know. But he had never really ran a fade with anybody, so and he was kind of like intimidating looking, you know, like he was muscular. He was kind of intimidating looking. So everybody was kind of afraid of him, you know. Nobody really ran a fade with him, you know. And then finally one day, some little skinny dude ran a fade with him and put him down tough. And in front of everybody, you know, ran a fade with him in the hood. And he was never the same after that. Like, he didn't even want to come around anymore. People ended up telling me that he ended up getting hooked on drugs. He was like embarrassed because how it got put on him so tough, you know, like he didn't even have a chance, you know. And it was like, you know, it changed that guy's life with that one little scenario, that one little fight. That guy was never the same. It affected something, you know. And because he was always kind of like he thought he was a tough guy, but never really been in a fight, you know. So it wasn't, you know. But that's just a little example. That's not even like anything vicious. It's just a little fight example. But how it could change somebody, you know what I mean? It could change somebody's. You never know where somebody could, you know, and you know what I mean. And then they just go down a different path in life. Like every little thing sparks a different, you know, trail, a different path in life, you know. And if you do, it just depends on what you do, you know. It's like, and I just try to put positive out there, you know. I tell a lot of people, like, you know, I understand I have that cholo vibe, but I'm a godly man, you know. But I have that, you know. So what I say to people, especially young people, I tell them, keep it G, you know what I mean? Keep it G, you know. But I mean keep it godly. Don't keep it gangster. Keep it godly, you know? That's why I say keep it G, you know? I always tell people that before I leave, you know, youngsters and, you know, when I'm hanging out with them, whatever, before I leave. All right, G, keep it, you know, keep it G. And that's my reason. That's, you know, it's keep it godly, you know? But I just wanted to touch on that a little bit about violence. And, you know, I'm kind of in a hurry right now. I'm trying to make dinner. I'm trying to get dinner But, yeah, I just wanted to touch on that, you know. I appreciate everybody out there that's watching, you know. And just think before next time you want to just commit some little act of violence, get in a fight on the street corner with some dude, road rage with some dude, like, just think about it, It's not necessary. It's not necessary, It's just going to bring unnecessary drama, And, keep your soul clean, Don't scar it to where it'll never be the same anymore, All right, everybody. I feel like I rambled on. Thank you, everybody. Please subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I appreciate everybody out there. I'll keep them coming, Thank you, everybody. Have a good day, and God bless you.